click is ETG. Eat the goose. Eat the goose. Yeah,
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
Don't shoot. Which I need some proof. Just watch my videos, man.
Video and then,
2 racks
you
a
just
week.
showing all your 2,500. I said, okay. All right, that's me with that.
68 hours, so it was $2,075.60.
I work like 70, I don't remember, like 73, 74 hours. I made like 3,400, close to 3,500.
I made $2,001.
62 hours, and I had 2,400.
Introducing the 2 racks a week challenge.
Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have another winner of the 2 racks a week challenge. I don't have the shirt on, but I definitely have the hoodie. So the 2 racks a week.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah, 2 racks a week challenge. Here we have Calvin. Calvin, do a quick introduction. Let them know which market you drive in and which platform or platforms you are on.
All right, my name's Calvin Lobb. I live in Orange County, California, which is county south of LA. And I've been driving for Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash. So that's how I did my 2 racks, is multi-apping the 3 apps together.
I out of like I forgot exactly how we're getting close to 80 people now, but I think you are the only one that multi-app with Uber, Lyft, and like DoorDash. So it's a first for everything. Congratulations. So how did you even get?
Thanks, man.
How did you even get into doing gig work?
Well, I was forced into retirement in 2010. I used to drive tow trucks.
Okay.
I drove tow trucks for like 30 plus years, and somebody rented my truck, and I had to have neck surgery, so I wasn't able to work anymore. And then once all the legal crap got done, I was looking for something to do, but I didn't want to have a schedule. I didn't want to, if I didn't feel good that day, I didn't want to have to call in and say, hey, I can't make it. And my youngest daughter was telling me, she goes, hey, you know what? There's this thing called Uber out there, and you can't shut up, and you like to drive. You'd be a great driver.
Oh, nice, man. And what year did you sign up with Uber?
August of 2017.
Okay, 2017. That's when you transitioned to doing Uber. And talk about the transition from driving trucks, then you start to drive Uber. What are some of like the things that you I guess enjoy from like doing Uber compared to driving trucks?
Well, the big difference is I'm not having the lack of physical labor that you have to do. I'm not pushing cars around. I'm not changing tires. I'm not, dealing with all that nonsense. I like driving to people. I like talking to the people. Sometimes I get in trouble because I'm talking to the people, and I'm a little more. I'm an old guy, so I'm more of a Clint Eastwood, get off my lawn kind of guy. So I don't need all the nonsense from people. And I'll tell them I'm not going to listen to their nonsense. So they I'll get every once in a while. I haven't gotten a bad rating in a long time, but I used to get some people that just get a little hairy behind the ears with me, and then it'd be kind of on. But no, I just enjoy it. The driving doesn't bother me. I like to drive. Mm-hmm. That's I prefer being paid to sit in traffic. But when I was getting an hourly, $25, $30 an hour driving the truck, it'd be different. So now, like, I've transitioned from, like, for me, I will not go to LA. It ain't gonna happen. There's no way I'm gonna sit there and on all that traffic. I basically stay in my county, and just run circles around there. I can run like today. I did 270 miles all in the county.
Oh wow, nice man.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty
yeah. I
good.
mean, it's it's easy. I didn't even know what Lyft was when I started doing this until I started going to the airport and I'm seeing all this Lyft stuff. I'm going, what the hell is Lyft? Pull up my Google and go, oh, that's what Lyft is. So it took, I think, I want to say it was probably October, November. Then I got into Lyft. So
Which
I was
year?
doing
It was
both.
October
Just whichever
2017.
one's going to be the best one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
No, you
What was
said
that?
it was by October, November when you signed up for Lyft. Was it 2017 as well, or?
Yeah, same
Okay,
here.
okay.
So I just figured, you know what, you can't. I agree with those people who say, hey, you can't have too many bullets in the holster there.
Yeah.
You never know. If one's not hitting, it's like momentum. Like today, the first 5 rides I gave were one after the other on Uber.
Nice.
Sometimes it's like that with Lyft.
Mhm.
Because like people are down on Lyft because of the changes they made with especially the high end vehicles, so they
Mhm.
bailed. And then when COVID came along, well, we weren't picking people up. So
Right.
that night when literally I had dropped somebody off, I heard about COVID. Then the next day I signed up for DoorDash, and
Ooh.
DoorDash was so stupid. You're driving down the road, roll your window down, throw it on the lawn. The people are like, thank you, here's $50 tip. They just wanted to get their food,
Right,
you know.
right.
But I knew enough that because of having done rideshare
Mhm.
before COVID came along enough time, I knew that what I was seeing with DoorDash wasn't going to be reality once COVID got settled.
Right, right.
Too many guys, I think, quit everything. Were making tons of money, and now they're bitching and complaining because DoorDash ain't doing it for them anymore. Because
Right.
DoorDash is a luxury. Uber and Lyft are not a necessity for a lot of
Yes.
people. They can't get anywhere without it.
Yes.
Where I live, the bus service sucks.
Mhm.
So if you got to get to work, I pick up people every day that this is the only way they can get to work,
Right.
or they
Hold
can't
up,
work.
Kav. I'm gonna pause you right there because you made a few interesting points. The first thing I definitely, want to recognize and commend you for is, signing up for multiple apps. Because I always say that myself. I'm like, man, look, if you have the ability to sign up for multiple apps, sign up for multiple apps. Sign up for Uber, sign up for Lyft, because you never know when you may be deactivated from one app, or you never know when
Uh-huh.
like it's a technical difficulty or something, and you may have to switch
Yep.
over. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, readapting, taking action fast. Like how you notice, oh, COVID is going to happen. Let me sign up for DoorDash. I think at the time I tried to sign up for DoorDash, but I can't remember if I had like a ticket or something. But but yeah, that's a good way to be proactive. And now, so talk about like like your strategy, because I see once you made $2,000, you made it on all 3 apps. So yeah.
Yeah, because actually, since I sent that into you, you live in California, so get it. But the thing is, what I have noticed since really getting back into the rideshare
Mhm.
is the rideshare drivers, we're not getting the benefit. We're getting the benefit, but we don't see the Prop 22 money come through
Mhm.
because everything's base pay that we're seeing. Our upfront is base pay. So, like when I sent those numbers into you,
Mhm.
I hadn't gotten my Prop 22 on DoorDash. So what I sent you originally actually went up another $95
Oh,
on
nice.
Monday because I got $95. That was just on DoorDash,
Okay.
from them. So it went to 916. It was like what, 811, I
821.
think.
No, the one you sent me, well, look, I'm just going to read them out, right now, cuz all right, guys, since once he made his 2 racks a week, he was on Uber 36 hours for $380. And I'm going to try to show it on the screen. Hold on. I may have to turn down my. All right. So I'm going to show you the first one
Yep.
so y'all can see it. It was 380 for 36 hours. Okay, let's go to the next screenshot. And this is the one I had from DoorDash was $821. and it was for
Yeah.
44 hours and 58 minutes, but you said they adjusted it to 916.
Yeah, well, they my Prop 22 adjustment was $95.92, so it's 916.97 now. So basically 917. That's
Okay.
what I ended up with.
Okay. So we could just run with that. So plus it was a plus additional what 95?
95.92, yeah.
Okay. All right. So 9. And for Lyft, it was 23 hours, 34 minutes for $900. There you go, right there. Oh, I forgot to show them the DoorDash. So y'all see it, but it's adjusted to you said 995.92. So that puts them of a total of $2,197. Not too shabby. I'm not sure how many hours because once you was driving, you was running the app Uber and Lyft simultaneously, right?
Right.
Okay. So
I use a thing called Gridwise to keep track of my hours.
okay.
So that week
nice.
was
Right.
basically 72.8 hours.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you did it.
No, I got it right.
Okay, 72 hours for $2,197. Congratulations, man. So how did you even find out about, the 2 racks a week challenge?
I have a Tesla. So when
Okay.
I'm charging the Tesla, I'll flip through stuff. So DoorDash is really gone sideways of late. Actually, out in your area, they're doing a rewards thing, and they started in the East Bay like a couple months ago. So when DoorDash likes to implement new stuff, they'll put it in there in the background. It's running, but you're not seeing the new change.
Okay.
So I knew it was happening, and I got into what they call the large order program with DoorDash, where you get the catering orders.
Okay.
So I was noticing the catering orders were going in the toilet. It was just like what used to be like you deliver lunch to some business, $600
Yeah.
worth of food would only be $40, $50 tip. No, that's down like $20, $25 tip. I mean, a lot of people would be going, hey, if I could get $25, $35 on delivering food in 30 minutes, I'd be, blowing myself up. I'd be really happy. But, it's the old thing of you had something and now you're losing it. So I kind of looked at it as this is the challenge to sit there and do what the one that's going to be best for that hour. For that time period, because I'm more of a like 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. guy. I don't like to be in my area where I live after 7 o'clock. Yeah, it dies even on the weekends. It's dead, and then till like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Well, by then I'm 66 years old, man. I need to be popping my melatonin and hitting the rack. I'll come home and maybe watch when my wife wants to watch a movie or something and do that. But it's and I got off track. What the hell did you ask me?
No, I asked you, how did you find out about like the 2 racks a week challenge?
Oh yeah, I was watching videos. I just saw your video and I saw the thing. I like motivating stuff. I'm like you talked about, I think on your last video, I think it was the one from yesterday you put out, where you guys are like, oh, this sucks and that sucks. You know what? I've seen one other guy like you. He works in LA. He just gets out there. He turns the app on. He takes everything they give him. He takes every single order. He goes, I don't care. I don't care if there's a tip or not. I just go and I work, and then that's my money for the day. And then I go home. That's my attitude. Do I cherry pick to some extent? Yes,
Exactly.
I do. But it's more of a thing of along the lines of like for rideshare, I'm not going to take a ride that's going to take me somewhere where I'm not going to get another ride.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. I don't care if it's going to pay me X, unless it's going to pay what I could consider a round trip fare, which we're not going to see that in Uber and Lyft. It's not reality. You could see that in DoorDash, yes. But so I watch your stuff. I go, this guy's positive. Like you constantly say, it's mindset. You have to go in there with the attitude of I'm going to be in the car for X amount of time. How much money can I walk out of today? I don't really set a daily goal, but I do set a weekly goal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more hours related. You can't control the orders you get. I have noticed that the algorithm will have a tendency now to send me, like in the afternoon, if I'm by John Wayne Airport, Orange County Airport,
SNA.
I will get a ride that will take me towards my home because they know I'm going to turn everything else down. The cool thing is, though, and they used to not do this with Uber, when you're in the queue, we have a cyber queue. We don't have a parking lot that you park in because it's in Newport Beach. They're not going to pay for a lot in Newport Beach. It's too expensive. If you're sitting in the cyber queue with Uber, you can't use a destination filter, but with Lyft, you can.
Okay.
But you have to be really careful about it. Like I'm at platinum level with Lyft. So I've got 4 destination filters. I don't use them till I want to go home.
Right.
That way, if one bleeds out and they don't get me in the airport for a ride, fine. Bang on another. And then generally I'll get a ride. But yesterday, it was like close to time to go home. Uber banged me out with a $35, order to Dana Point. So I'm going, okay, I'll go to Dana Point. That's only 20 minutes to drive home from there. I got it. It's a good place to go. It was going to, one of the fancy hotels down in Dana Point. So I knew there was going to be a good tip on it. I ended up getting a $10 tip on it too. So that's what I'm kind of looking at.
Yeah, man. And you mentioned like it's all mindset, and I 100% agree with that. And I'm just sitting here like just mind blown. It's like, how can you be 66 years old and have such a good attitude and remain so positive? And there's people, around my age or younger, they just negative, so negative. Like, so what keeps you going? What keeps you happy? Like, how are you able to stay in this type of mindset?
I just think it's the way my dad raised me and his dad raised him. I raised my kids. It's like, you know what? Life's going to have it suck. Life sucks a lot of times. And if you're going to let it bother you, don't take shit personally. Don't. Everybody's not trying to bag you out. There's always going to be somebody with more money. There's always going to be somebody with a prettier girl. There's always going to be somebody that can do everything better than you. So don't think about that. Just think about, what are you going to do for yourself? What are you going to do for the people that live under your roof? All I care about is what those 3 people downstairs and the 2 little kids in their bedroom think about me. I don't give a rat's ass about what anybody else thinks about me.
Right.
That don't make me who I am. The only thing I want out of life, other than what I got right now, I want to do 400 push-ups in a day, bro.
Who knows?
I see Ronnie out there. Look at me, man. Look at me. Hey, you girl, look.
Who knows, man? You'll probably be surprised. You may could do them. I think you could do them.
That's my next goal. That's where my mindset is next. I want to find the little swirly ones. I'm going to go to play it against sports and find what some other dude barely used for 2 weeks ago. Ooh, forget this. Trash that crap. Get my $20 and walk out,
Yeah, man. See, I love hearing stuff like that, is because it's so positive, and it's such a refresher, because on the internet, man, you hear a lot of people, they just complain. Like when people see this, they're gonna be like, well, he had to do 72 hours to make 2,000.
Yeah, who cares? What else are you gonna do? It's either this or Pornhub. So which one are you gonna make money on? I'm not gonna get an OnlyFans. There's no OnlyFans for old guys,
Right.
Who wants to see that crap?
That's a good point, because I always say the same thing. If you don't drive, like, okay, fine, but what are you spending your time doing? More often than not, most people are probably wasting their time, wasting their opportunity, and they're not really maximizing it in the first place. So it's like, you might as well drive, make some money.
Yeah, exactly. I don't watch TV. If I read books, I'll fall asleep in my lazy chair. It's like I don't play golf. I don't play tennis. I do go to the beach. That's why I haven't left where I live. I grew up here. This is where I've lived all my life. I've stayed in this little 30-mile radius area. and I like it. It
Mhm.
doesn't make any sense to do anything else. Why worry about crap you can't control?
Right.
I can control when I start the car and when I take it home. If I have like I'm looking at this week,
Mhm.
uh, am I going to hit 2 racks this week? Probably not.
Mhm.
I've only got $830 in today, unless something. Now it's the weekend before Christmas, really,
Mhm.
the last full weekend. So there's gonna be a lot of Christmas parties and stuff. So
Right.
who knows? I may blow out $300-400 days in a row. It could happen. I had 2 last week. So, but then I'll have 2,000. I'm not gonna if I don't hit it. Am I gonna cry and quit? No, I'm not going to. I'll leave
Ex-
that for somebody else to do.
exactly.
And he can make a video about it. How it Uber sucks and Ronnie sucks and
Yep.
everything sucks. And then in my W-2 job, that's why these guys fail, because they hate being somebody telling them what to do. They're letting other people on the internet tell them
Tell
what
them
to
what
do.
to do.
They don't even
Exactly.
know. Who
Exactly.
cares? Shut the hell up. Get in your car, drive, be nice to the people, put their luggage in the trunk for them, open the door for them, do whatever you need to do. You
Mhm.
know, don't ask the girl for her number. The reason
Mhm.
she's taking a ride is because she doesn't want to give you her number. That's why they have
Mhm.
comfort. It says quiet. Quiet means my number's not available.
Right. Right.
You know, so it is what it is. What Wednesday I did $94. Yesterday I did $94 because I
Mhm.
had things to do.
Right.
You know, I worked hard for a couple of weeks. 3 weeks in a row I did 2 racks.
Yeah, and that's another interesting point. A lot of people say, well, I don't have a life. If I have to drive, 70, 80 hours, I don't have a life. I'm like, well, you don't have to drive that many hours. I'm just showing you
No,
what could possibly, be done. And I never understood that question, like, I don't have a life, or what do you do when people ask me, what do you
that
do
one.
for fun?
The car thing.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to run your car into the ground, man. You're
Yeah.
wasting your car. I go, dude. Do you tell when you have the plumber come to your house and say, hey, don't use that wrench. You're going to wear it out.
Yeah.
Don't use that wrench to fix my
Mhm.
thing. That the car is our tool. We have 2 tools. We have your phone and you have the car. If you
Right.
want to make money, you need to use the car and the phone. If you want to be a plumber, you need to get a toolbox. Don't
Yes.
put yourself in it like being a tool. Operate the tool. I don't. That's why I bought. Uber was doing. I don't know if they do it up there up in San Francisco. Uber constantly was pumping me with, "You look great in a Tesla. Why don't you rent a
Oh
Tesla?"
yeah, yeah,
I
yep.
figured,
That
forget this. I'm
marketing.
going to do it. I rented a Tesla. I want to see because I want to see what it would be like. I know what it'll be like during the summer.
Mhm.
Disneyland's one of the top 5 convention cities in America
Mhm.
because of Disneyland. So they get a ton of conventions during the summer, especially. They
Mm.
have them year round, but they get a ton of. So I knew, but what's going to happen in the middle of August when all the schools everywhere else go back, all the kids go back to school, the
Right.
tourists go home, our kids go home. It stayed the same. So I sat there and looked at things. I go, listen, I'm getting 65.5 cents a mile to drive my car from the government.
Mhm.
So I want to drive as many miles as I can, so I'm not paying them as much money.
Right.
So my deduction when I did that 2200, my mileage deduction was $873. I drove 1,300 miles. That's why I bought a Tesla.
Mm.
I went in, I bought a Tesla. I have the Tesla. I got $7,900 tax credit from the federal government. There's going to be something from the state, so it ran it down to almost 30,000 for it. My
Mhm.
charging cost still costs less than if I for the miles than if I was buying gas.
Mhm.
So either way, I'm giving less money back to the government. So my return, what I end up keeping, is more money because my tax liability is lower
Yep.
by owning that car and driving all those miles.
Yep.
So you fools that sit here and go, well, if I have to drive over 70 miles, it's way too much. I go, well, then enjoy buying bubble gum out of the machine. All I know is I'm buying steak at the counter. You eat the
Exactly.
bubble gum, I'll eat my steak.
Yeah, yeah. And I was saying this I forgot who exactly I was saying this to. I was like, whatever people focus on, they will succeed. If you focus on finding benefits
Yep.
to driving Uber and Lyft, you will find the benefits. But what most people focus on is the negativity, the things that they are not getting instead of the things that they could get and the things that they should be getting. You know, people they block their own blessings, man. So how many
No,
how many
it's
total?
not easy for
Yeah.
some people. I think the other problem is since I used to drive tow trucks, I drove all over the place. So I'm familiar with a lot of areas I'm going to. I'm not
Okay.
driving into. I know areas. There's nowhere in Orange County I won't go to day or night, 24 hours a day. There are no areas that are dangerous, but there are areas in LA I wouldn't drive to.
Right.
Yeah, during the day. I remember back when I used to go to LA, I picked up a couple, let's call them black guys. I don't know what to call everybody, I don't worry about that stuff.
Yeah.
So they're downtown LA, picked them a hotel. I'm taking them to South Central.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows what about South Central.
Yep.
Guy asked me, what do you do after you drop us off? I go, well, during the day, I'm not gonna, I know enough. Don't hang around. That's how you put yourself in trouble.
Yep.
Don't be cruising the neighborhoods and all that stuff. I'll get out. I'll drive on the other side of the 110, and I'll start working my way towards another area where I pick people up. If I get off, and I usually pause, I would pause my
Yeah.
Uber.
Yep.
Because it's just, I'm sure there's areas in East Bay or
Yeah, of course.
where if I drove into that area, if you're dropping somebody off, nobody's going to harass you for that. If somebody does, that's a random thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just random. But if you are hanging out in that area, you're only doing it for one of two reasons. You're looking to buy something or steal something.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing you're looking to buy probably isn't legal anyway.
Right.
So
Right.
get your ass out of that area and move on.
Yep.
So I concentrate on areas that I know I can make. If I happen to take an order that goes into, like, sometimes I take somebody, because it's like Saturdays during the day are kind of dead. So I'll take them up to areas in Orange County that, it's not that dangerous, but where the rides are going to be a lot of $3 rides, $4 rides, $5 rides. I'll just turn it off and drive. Once again, I'm in a Tesla. I'll drive 5 miles down the freeway to Disneyland area and start working it out of there. I'd rather have 100% of something than 90% of nothing. Right. Everybody knows, basic math knows, anything times nothing is nothing.
Exactly. Real quick, how did you come up with this like your strategy? Because it's like everybody now, they look for the quick fix, and I always say, man, you have to put the time in. Once you put the time in, you will learn about your market, and you will learn where to be and not to be. Like, what do you think about that?
Well, one of the things I like about this is I know guys, all they want to do is John Wayne Airport rides. Mm-hmm. They will drop somebody off at John Wayne Airport, pick somebody up. If they drop them off 20 miles away, they'll deadhead right back to the airport because you know what you're getting there. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get somebody that's drunk. You're generally going to get people that know what they're doing. John Wayne is, I would say, it's exactly like San Jose Airport.
Okay.
It's a business airport. It's a small airport. It's business oriented. You get I call them backpackers. John Wayne is closed from 10:30 p.m. till 7 a.m. because when you take off, you're going off over Newport Beach. That's 10 million, 15 million, $20 million homes. They don't want a jet flying over their ass when they're asleep at night. So I call them backpackers. You got that guy that's all he's got is a computer case or a backpack. I'm going to San Francisco for a meeting. I'm going to Phoenix for a meeting. I'm going to Vegas for a meeting. I'm going to Sacramento for a meeting. I'm going to Portland for a meeting. They're leaving in the morning. They're coming back. Those guys, what I'm looking for is in the morning, like I want to be out at 7 o'clock in the morning. In the perfect world, I'll get a ride right into John Wayne. Mm-hmm. When I drop off, I get rematched out. Like take, for example, that week that I hit the 22, the last time I did. That Monday, there was a pharmaceutical convention in the Anaheim area. It went from Sunday through Thursday. That Monday morning, I picked up a guy 10 minutes from my house at 7:15 in the morning. Took him to John Wayne, dropped him off. Then I got matched with somebody who went up to the Disneyland area for the convention. Dropped them off. Got a ride at the same hotel coming back to John Wayne. Dropped that off. Got rematched out. took them back up the Disneyland area, picked another one back up, come back to John Wayne, and then got another one going out to another area close to there. This is all close to freeways and carpool lanes. I know all the shortcuts in the carpool lanes. We're talking about 30 minutes for each ride, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You got a $15 fare that if they're if they're business people, they're probably going to pop you with at least $5, probably $10.
Yep.
So it's turned into $25 rides. So it made the rest of my day easy. So what my strategy is, from like on a week, Monday through Thursday, from 7 till 10:30, I'm doing rideshare. If I happen to be sitting waiting for a ride somewhere, I'm going to pop DoorDash on, and I'm only going to take a catering order if it comes across.
Okay.
Then from 10:30 to 1 o'clock, when it's lunchtime, I go to an area where there's a lot of businesses and there's a lot of catering orders. I have the other stuff on, Uber and Lyft, but I'm looking for catering orders.
Yeah.
12:30, if I finish up about 12:30, it's dying out. I go charge my car up to 90%. I get something to eat, but I have the apps on. You never know when that thing's going to pop up, that nice crisp order that you really like going somewhere that you want to go. So that you have that period between 1 and 3 o'clock. Then I'm trying to get, I'm trying to get my numbers, because like for Lyft, if I do 50 rides, I get $150 bonus only for EV drivers. So I want to get those little $5 rides, those little shorties. Like we have a University of California, Irvine, which is not far from John Wayne. I'll go over there and drive those little college kids that can't walk 3 blocks around in circles for a couple hours. I want to try to catch up with that, get that thing. That's how I do that. Then at 3 o'clock, when traffic starts building up, I will not go to North Orange County from there because the traffic doesn't move. Then I'm looking to come back south, bump out, get a nice ride down back to where I live, where I've got a cheesecake factory, a P.F. Chang, stuff like that. And at 5 o'clock, I want to be sitting outside those for the last 2 hours doing catering orders. That's how I can get $300, $350, $400 in a day.
Not too shabby. Yeah.
Because running the thing.
Yep. I could tell that you have a lot of experience, because everything you're saying is like from experience and being a veteran driver. And that's why I tell people that's the importance of actually being out there, putting the time in, because you would never be able to know all this is possible and know where to be, where not to be, if you're not out there driving. If you only like watching these other people that's on the internet talking about declining trips and cherry picking, I mean, that's fine. But at some point it requires you to put the work in, so you know what to do, what times to do it, where to be, the potential rides that may come from your area. Like that's when you really start to maximize this thing.
You find the groove for what you like to do. Like where you hit me with that, hey, I got we had it set up for earlier. Hey, I got a long trip.
Yeah.
I know guys, that's all they'll do. That's all they will do. They'll take a long trip. At between 4 and 5 o'clock, I got offered $30 to go to Santa Monica. It on Uber. It said an hour and 43 minutes.
No.
Hell no.
Right.
Not going to happen. Venice Beach, right next to Santa Monica. Beverly Hills. All these people that are in town that have money at their hotels, they want to go up there. They want to go check that out. Not my rig, man. I am not going to go somewhere, like there's another guy that kind of in close to my area. And his thing is like, if it's not going to pay you $30 an hour, don't do it.
Right.
No, you have to. So I'll go to 20, but I want to see what the other stuff is. If I see like, I use another little app to help me just throw the numbers up in front of my face. What is this thing? How much is this per hour? How much is it per mile? How much is it, per, I can't remember the other parameter. I kind of look at, the rating. I will not pick up anybody rated below 4.75. It's not going to happen. I don't care. I don't need,
right.
If another driver thinks you're an idiot, what do you think I'm going to think?
You're an idiot. Exactly.
I don't look at, you can't look at people as ATM machines or casino slot machines. They don't have get in my car,
Right.
pull it out and get the hell out of my car.
Yeah.
You have to look them at something different. So I don't, like I said, I don't care about the per mile because I have a Tesla. If I had a gasoline car, then I am looking at the per mile. My minimum when I was driving a gasoline car was $1 per mile for rideshare, and I might go to 75 for the right price.
Mhm.
You know, the old, if it's $30, I'll figure it out type deal.
Mhm.
And $2 a mile for DoorDash, you know, and Uber Eats. But now I don't even look at how much it is per mile. I don't care. If I see double digits and it's going to be, you know, within the thing, and it's going to drop me in an area where I know I'm going to be able to get something else, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. I'm rolling with it. I'm going to do it. You know. And then, like, I learned this from another guy I know. I'm going to take those good paying orders. I look at the dollar up here. I'll figure it out once I get there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know what
I'm
you
going to
mean.
take that $30 order, $35 order, or whatever, and I'll figure it out when I get there. If I have to come back, you know, it sucks for me, but hopefully I'll get something on the way back. I don't go that extreme, but I have taken stuff because of what's going to happen. You know, we're coming into the holiday season now. I learned something, and this is a strategy you might even want to think about for New Year's Eve.
Okay.
You know, we have especially in my area, every weekend now we have Christmas parties for cities.
Yeah.
They're doing Christmas parties. One day I'm down. It was like the second Friday of December. This is like 2019. I picked this couple up and I'm taking them home. There's two couples. They were going to the same location. They were going to a friend's house first. One of the couples, and it was like 8:30 at night, 8:00, 8:30. I take them, and they're getting dropped off within 10 minutes of my house, but they're coming from an area where there's a Christmas party. I mean, it was solid red. I mean, it was like back when we had percentage surge.
Yeah.
It was running 250, two double, you know, stuff like that. And they go, "What are you going to do now?" I go, "Oh, I'm going back down there." Because they go, "Would you mind stopping at Taco Bell? Because we ate at 3:00. We're hungry now." I go, "Sure. Can we get you anything?" "No, I'm going back down." Dropped them off, went back down, got nothing. An hour and a half, got nothing. So I have what I call my karma rule. Karma says once you get within after a certain time, you get within 10, 15 minutes home, shut it down. Only something nonsense is going to happen. That's what happened. I made nothing. So come New Year's Eve, I pick up this kid. He comes within 10 miles of my house. It's 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, oh, God. Karma says, go home, go home. I'm going, no, I'm not. I'm going, but it's almost midnight. And the drunks don't go home till really late. I could be still making some big money. It's New Year's Eve. I go, no, Karma says, go home. So I went and got breakfast, came home, ate it, went to bed, woke up at 5:00. I thought, oh God, I missed everything. It sucked. I only made like $250. I should have made $400. Turn the app on, solid red everywhere. I'm going, I get in the shower real quick, throw my clothes on, and I'm out there. I'm getting off. I'm seeing like 400%.
I've done that
5 times. So ever since that time, I'm out there with the old guys. There's no drivers. There's tons of people. There's people that got to go to work.
Yeah.
On New Year's Day, there were airport rides. There was walk of shame was still hitting hard. People got to go get their car.
I seen some of those. Yeah.
One guy he had 2 cars at one place. His wife had driven over. He'd driven over, and they both took an Uber home. Picked him up at his house in San Clemente. Took him to one place. And about an hour and a half later, I get the same dude going back to the same place to pick up the other car. But like from like 5 a.m. to 11 a.m., I'm sitting there going, I'll take that one.
Yep.
I'll take that one. They had the fat surges in their area. I made more money I would have made the rest of that night just between 5 a.m. and 11 a.m. Then all the other guys that stayed out all night are starting to get up and get moving around. Everybody's kind of where they want to go. I said, yeah, I made my dough. I'm going home.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not staying out. I will never stay out. Last time I stayed out late was Drunksgiving 2 years ago, and some girl threw up on herself. I got lucky it didn't land in the car.
Yeah, that's why I don't drive
all over
New Year's Eve anymore. I've already had the New Year's Eve experience, for years. So I'd highly doubt that I would drive this year for New Year's Eve because my 30-day challenge will be over on the 30th. But if I wake up like
You
around,
gotta do one of those.
4, like
I'm
around
up. The
4 or
next
5
one, I'm up.
a.m., huh?
I'm up. The next 30-day challenge, I'm up.
All right,
We're
cool.
gonna roll together.
All right, yeah. It's definitely coming. It's definitely gonna be fun. But
Oh,
I'll
I
see
think
as
so
far
too.
as like the New Year's Eve. But a couple more questions, before we get up out of here. The question number one: why do you think this challenge is so important?
The challenge?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
doing the
2 racks a
2,000?
week. Yep.
Let's say you get in a situation where you need the money bad for something. Something happens, you need it. Once you've done it, you prove to yourself you can do it. So you can sit there and go, I did this. I know I can do it again. All you have to do then is replicate what you did before. Keep track of what you did, write stuff down, get to know where you're going to be working. That way, I look at it's almost like an emergency fund. I'm happy with 1,500 a week. I'm happy with 1,600. But now I know because I did it 3 weeks in a row. But look at this thing. What did I do the previous weeks? So we get 2202 last week. Previous week was 2072. Previous week was 2207. So 3 weeks in a row, 1 week with a brutal amount of hours. 1 week with the high number, the 22 was like 86 hours. I wanted to see how many hours I could do.
Yeah.
Because we got the 12-hour rule.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
when you're multi-apping too, the 12-hour, you're not going to get kicked off.
Right.
Because you're going to have either Lyft off or Uber off, or one of them's going to be off. You can go beyond it. So I know if I get in an emergency, let's say something happens, somebody crashes my car, I got to come up with $1,000. If I didn't have it or something like that, I know, give me a rig, I can go out and make this money. I can do this. That's why I do it. To keep it in my mind, it can be done.
Exactly.
No, it's not like it happened once. Like those guys, the gig tubers. Look at this is what I made today. Well, happy. Happy for you. I mean, I know guys that had sex one time and they're daddies. So I'm proud of you.
Man, no, you 100% right.
Like I did. They were talking.
Yeah. You 100% right. It's like you're proving to yourself that whatever you do, you could go out there, you can make 2 racks a week, and you could replicate it. And not only that, it's like now you can see the light because all the frustration, all the pain, that a lot of people suffer, it's like they're kind of confused. It's like, man, they feel like they should be earning more, but they don't know how. Now you have the opportunity to earn 2,000 or
what
more.
What did Nike and Mike say? Just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
There you go.
You got a guy who's retired, 66 years old. Have a better mindset than most of y'all millennials and Gen Zs. And it's all attitudes, perspective, and mindset. Man, it's all about how bad do you want it, and like what goals do you have, and are you willing to put in the work? It's not.
Yeah, what are you willing to do for it? I mean, it's not gonna. Too many guys want to sit back and they want it to fall in their lap. I've never seen a unicorn.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a unicorn?
No.
I've seen a dollar unicorn before.
Right.
I've had 3 DoorDash orders that were $200 tips because that's just the way it rolled. But you can't sit there waiting for the unicorn. The unicorn ain't gonna fall in your lap. You have to feed it before it'll come to you. Put something what it wants out, and that the algorithm is a unicorn, and it wants you to work. If it knows you're working, it's going to keep feeding you.
I like that. You're 100% right. And stop listening to these nerds on the internet that just talk, just complain, man.
They're entertainment. Entertainment.
That's it.
They're like bad late night TV hosts. I know better than the rest of you. I should be president of the United States. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? That's all I hear. What was it? Wah, 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 wah.
Charlie Brown.
they're they're a train wreck. They're train wrecks.
Mm-hmm.
I like to watch. I'm not even gonna name the guys. I don't want people to go, well, who's this guy? Start looking away and run away from
Yeah,
Ronnie.
exactly. Yeah,
Listen
no
to
names.
Ronnie. Listen to
Exactly.
Ronnie. Well, someday we're all gonna walk around and go, hey man, look at that. That's a 2-rack shirt. That guy knows who that is. Or that's a 2-rack sweatshirt. I swear, Monday I was in a gas station across from the airport.
Mm-hmm.
I ran to use the restroom and grab something to drink. I swear I thought I saw you. And then I got your message the next day. I go, what are you doing in Orange County, fool? You're on a 30-day.
Nah, definitely wasn't me.
I swear it was you, because there's some buff dude who's getting in his car. It was a Kia rental car.
No, it definitely wasn't me.
I go, no, he only had shades like you wear. That's what really threw me off. I go, I pulled up a video. I stopped you on the video. I go, wait a minute.
Looking like, is this him?
Freaking purple, man. What are you doing? I'm going, no, those aren't the same exact shades as Ronnie wears in the videos.
Oh, man.
I almost walked up and go, hey, man, I love your videos. The guy would have looked at me like, hey, man, you want to die tonight or today? Tomorrow, Get away from me, fool.
Oh, man, that is hilarious. Calvin, leaving with,
You're a celebrity.
I'm just a guy, man. I'm just a normal guy. Leaving with some last words of encouragement for the people who haven't made $2,000 and that are existing drivers and the new drivers that's looking at doing this and are looking to make $2,000. What would you say to them?
Just go out and drive the car. Turn the key, get in the car, start accepting almost every order. You don't have to take every order. You don't have to go everywhere. But do what makes you feel comfortable. I had a therapist once that told me, if it doesn't make you happy, don't do it. Do the same thing in orders. Are you going to be happy with that order when you're done with it? You got 15 seconds to decide. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. Yeah. Am I when you look at it, take your first impression, go with it. If you're making 15 now and you want to try to do it, go for 16 next week. Then go for 17.
Exactly.
I agree. There are areas it can't be done. I understand that. I totally agree with that. But are you maximizing the area that you live and work in? Can you really say, yeah, this is as much as I can get out of this thing, and try to bust it another 5%? Go 5% over that. I'm going to stay out. I'm going to do this. You got to remember, you got to put in the hours. I would say, 60 hours minimum if you want to make money. 70 is great. 7 days. So I understand people got to go to church. They take a day off and all that jazz. That's fine. I get that. Probably after the first year, I may not work Sundays because it's just like my family goes to church. I haven't been going with them. They want me to go to church with them. I got to make the wife happy. I got to make, the family happy. So try, push it. 2 racks like I said, 2 racks may not work in some areas. There's going to be, some areas, but if you always go home feeling like you put in the most effort you possibly could, you made the most out of that you got. Don't ever look at anybody as not worth that ride for you. That they need that ride. DoorDash is a luxury. Uber and Lyft, think of Uber and Lyft. That is a necessity. There are people we're going to have in our car that could not support their family if they didn't have us giving them a ride to work. If they don't tip us, I don't care. I really don't. I had a girl the other day that worked at Walmart. It was a $20 surge for her area. I was on the $20 surge. I gave her a ride home. I told her, I got a $20 surge for this. I'm getting paid $27. Do not, if you're thinking about it, do not tip me because I already got paid. You're working at Walmart. You're a young Hispanic girl working at Walmart. You're taking care of your family. You go home, you keep those extra dollars for your family. And she still tipped me anyways. I was so pissed off at her because I told her what I made so she wouldn't tip me. But it's like there's so many people that I see every day. They couldn't get to their job without us. You can go ahead and be happy with the business people and stuff like that, but think of the other people, because there's people that were in your situation at one point in time. There's always going to be, as long as somebody's going to with more money than you, it's going to be somebody with less, and they need that ride. Treat them with respect. Treat them well. Pick them up. Don't go piddling around. Don't go playing games. Drive over the place. Pick the people up. Send them a message if after 3 minutes, if they haven't showed up, respect that they need the ride. There are going to be some bad apples, but they're very few. They are really very few. Take those people, and you will be paid in the end. You'll get the reward in the end.
Absolutely. Man, I couldn't have said it no better. And you made an interesting point as far as I've never heard that, out of all the interviews I've done, like the young lady that you picked up from Walmart, when you told her how much you got paid and don't tip. A lot of people are under the impression like, oh, well, they don't tip me, they should tip me. But just to hear that, it adds a different type of perspective and a different type of level of compassion, for other people. And that's just how it is. If you're a good person, you put good out in the world, I'm a firm believer that you would definitely reciprocate it. It's like reciprocity. So I agree.
There's guys that put millions of dollars into giving us this platform where we can make money. I don't begrudge them wanting to make their money back.
Right.
This has been out there, 15 years now? Quite a while. It got started long before this. There was millions of dollars invested in this. Let these guys, would I like to get more than about 1/3 of the thing? Yeah, I would. But you know what? Be smarter than that. Make your money.
Exactly.
You can do this. It can be done. Just like I said, turn the key on and go. Put everything else out of your mind. Just go. Just drive.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Calvin dropping gems at the age of 66. So y'all have no excuse. He's not on one app. He's not on two apps. He's multi-apping on 3 apps. Excuse me. So y'all have absolutely no excuse, no reason not to do it. He's retired, has a family, and a lot of y'all don't even have kids. Y'all just lazy. Y'all just sitting there wasting your time, man. Y'all could be out here receiving these benefits. But, I want to thank you once again for coming on, sharing your story, dropping gems, encouraging people, giving people some type of inspiration. And that's what it's about, man. That's what we're doing over here on the 2 Racks a Week Challenge.
Right. That's right.
All right. Until next time, drum roll, guitar, piano, violin. Ronnie Speed, over and out, Mr. 2 Racks a Week. Holla back. Peace.
Ronnie Speed, Ronnie Speed, 60 hours.